I've done a few days in my life, but I haven't really shared with you in years, actually, a full week. So I thought it would be fun, like, we're all friends here, and it can feel like we're sort of debriefing, sharing the honest actor life with friends. And I thought that would be really nice, because sometimes you can get in your own head about what you're doing compared to other people, but actually it's just nice to bring people along the journey with you. I have 2 auditions going on, I'm applying to a lot of different jobs, and like, the actor life is so up and down. Like, sometimes I'm working nights, I'm working 12, 13 hour days, I'm working 6 days a week, and then other days, like with the kind of day jobs I literally have nothing. So I thought it would be nice to be able to bring you along so we can experience the week together. I have an audition in London today, so we can talk about that. We can't talk about like details obviously, but like, it's just nice to be able to share in the audition process. I just wanted to have people joining along with me on the journey of this week, really. I just didn't want to do this week alone. I just wanted like some friends to go along the journey with, because I think it's just nice to be able to share an acting journey with people. I'm trying to be big and brave and film in public, but I feel like I try to approach these audition days with like such gratitude, and just take the moments to like explore a new place and do all the tourist things, and feel grateful that having opportunities to audition means I get to go to all of these different cool places, and I like to go for a little coffee and just make a little day of it, and just bring that focus and gratitude into every space I take myself into. So I've been to the audition now, and I feel like it actually just highlights just why I do this, because it makes me feel so alive, and like, the writing's so good, the team is so lovely, so like, I feel like either way it's a win, because when you go and you realise actually I don't want the job, I don't think this will be very good, that's just really demotivating. So either way, I'm just so glad I went, and it was just so fun. But now on to the next one, because I've got another one on Thursday, and there's a lot to look through in order to prepare, so that's a lovely bit of reading and research to do on the long train journey home. But I'm just waiting to go home now. But I just feel like it's so nice to be in the room. Like, some people get very nervous for it, and I feel like I used to, and depending on what you have to do, I sometimes do. But I'm just overall really grateful. So I haven't really filmed much of the day, because it's been a bit of a live admin day, which I feel like you have a lot of when you do acting. Like, I've been doing audition prep, I've been preparing and researching for an interview that I'm filming tomorrow, which is really exciting. And like, my guest tomorrow has done so much, like, it's crazy. So there's so much to look into. Like, she's a very talented girl. And also I have been applying for just normal jobs, because that's something that you need to do. It's important to address that, like, that is sometimes a part of the acting, as much as like, yes, I do have 2 in-person auditions this week, and I'm very blessed and grateful to have that, but also you do have the days where like you're just doing a lot of admin by yourself, and it's not great for the mind, like, to be in your own head that much. It is something that you need to be aware of, that can really affect you, because you can get in your head about so many different things because you're spending so much time alone, and it's not healthy. So it's important to still get out. And I am going to a tap class, because I've recently restarted tap, because I did tap for 6 years and I absolutely loved it, but then it just sort of becomes hard to find a class where you'll actually be learning stuff, and you're not in with like you know, like finding the right vibe. Like, it's just a whole big thing. So I'm doing that, but I haven't practiced because I was scared I was going to break my ankle in my house, and I don't think that's really a vibe. That's not really what we want to be doing. No. I would prefer to break my ankle in a class environment where, like, I have, to be fair, in classes before, a private ballet, I fell once, and that's fine, but I just don't want to be doing that at home. So I'll just have to go there, and I've like tried a little bit and just see how it goes. So it's interview day, so I thought I'd give you a little tour of my interview setup, because I've filmed quite a lot of different interviews for this channel now, and I've learned a lot and changed my process of how I do it. Basically, I've joined the call early and then I'll end it again because I only get 40 minutes free. But basically, I just film over Zoom in gallery mode and record it, and I have all of these here post-it notes across my screen, because in the early stages I'd be thinking too much about my questions and my research, so it's just nice to be able to have this kind of structure of how I want to take it and like how I want it to flow, so that we're flowing from topic to topic. So interesting, but it's really fun. Like, I love getting to meet all of these people, and I didn't realise how, like, useful it would be to hear and be able to ask so many questions, because sometimes you go to industry talks and if anything you get to ask like one question, but I get to ask so many questions and I get to share it with everyone, and I'm asking questions that I think are actually useful, because I think sometimes in industry talks people are like, who's your favourite person you've ever worked with, and all of that kind of stuff. We're losing focus here, oh well. So I think that that's really useful to be able to plan all my questions, really intensely research someone as well. But that's basically an insight into how I film these, just a lot of post-it notes, because I think that helps me structure everything a lot better, because otherwise I just panic and I'd be like, what's my next question? And that's not really a vibe. But because they're post-it notes, it means that I'm not really looking too far away. So it's a lot later on and the interview is over, and it was so fun to get to meet Lucy Ireland and have a chat with her about all this industry and like everything that she's done. And now I have been intensely trying to involve myself in this audition prep for the audition tomorrow. So I have sides to look through. I feel like I can say that because like a lot of auditions are just the same and it's not giving anything away, but some of them have more than others, and this is more of a kind of like material one. So there's quite a few different sides and scenes to look through. I just need to familiarise myself with them, so I've been doing that. And also there's a song which I sing quite a lot now in professional auditions, and actually I have had some alright feedback from it, so like it's something that I can do, but I want to do it the best that I can. So I have kindly had an offer from my singing teacher that I could tape it to her tonight and get feedback on the song so I can make it even better. So that's what I'm going to do. Good morning. So it is audition day, and I think it's just important to kind of build up your energy for these things really, so that when you get in the room, it's not the first time that you're moving, it's not the first time that you're speaking, it's not the first time that you're singing today. So that's that, and I'm just trying to pack as much that I would need as I can and be prepared, and also arrive early. Give yourself plenty of time to be there and to like get in the zone. So I've literally just come through the door and it's debrief time, so let's go. I feel like it is hard to debrief though, because I feel like immediately after you've just done a short time slot with so much different things that you've done, like redirections, various different pieces of material, and it's just like quite a lot to take in one go. But I think you've got to be a bit lenient with yourself and know that everyone else who's auditioning is in the same position and also has to do all of this same thing in one go quickly. And obviously I can't say anything about the project, but I thought I'd talk through some of the things that I can take away from this, and hopefully I can then just put it away and not think about it, because I don't think it's healthy to keep thinking about an audition when it's done and there's nothing more that I can do about it. But I think some of the things that like confuse me is like when you shake hands with people, like am I meant to shake hands with everyone as I leave the room? Like I hovered for a minute because I was like, I've shaken hands with the director, but I think there's other people who are looking at me, and am I meant to go over to the panel and shake everyone's hands? I feel like these are stuff that like you don't always get told, the etiquette. And I think also what doing an audition on Monday and Thursday has made me think about is it's made me notice the parallels between them. Like you get asked about the project, and you get asked if you have any questions, and you get asked about all your thoughts on different things. So I feel like obviously I have thoughts on things, but I feel like I could sort of rehearse practicing that a bit more smoothly and thinking about what kind of questions might they ask me, and practicing that as well I think would be useful moving forward, because quite often you get asked, what do you think of like the material, and do you have any questions about the project? So being able to come out with those quicker and like really eloquently would be good, because everyone's often having a lot of things thrown at them in an audition. Like they're saying, can we see it in this way, can we see it in that way, and you're doing pieces and like material in a new space for the first time, and there's a lot going on. So I think like people are aware of that, everyone's in the same situation, and I don't need to beat myself up about it. I can just move on, draw a line over it. But I feel like sometimes I do think about it a lot, especially when like I'm feeling really lucky in advance to be in that specific room, and then like a bit more thinking about it when it's over. But really I just need to shut that down, and if I don't get this one, there'll be plenty more opportunities. And I'm very lucky actually to be in the audition room twice. Like, there are people who don't get to be in the audition room for a long amount of time, and I am consistently in the audition room multiple times every month, which is nice, either via tape or in the room. I've been in the room so much this year and I'm very lucky. So welcome to my Friday, I guess we could say. This day has not gone how I expected it would, but I said I'd do an honest week, so I thought I'd share that because this is an honest week when there's not so much work on and I'm auditioning for various different things. And I was planning on doing some job applications, and I did do some of that, and filming and editing and scheduling this, because I feel like that brings me so many different opportunities to like be known by people in the industry and be active in the industry and be proactively putting myself out there and making something. And it's a nice portfolio to be able to share to different jobs, to show, yes, I have experience posting on social media, making content to do with this industry. Like, I feel like it's a really useful thing to do. So I'm prioritising working on that when I have time to do that, and also doing these job applications. And I was going to apply for more jobs and more jobs. However, I received a text from a friend saying, "Hi, would you like to meet up?" And I was like, okay, because like I can do the job applications anytime, and I think it's important to be honest about that and say life's about balance. Like, some weeks I meet up with friends a lot, and other weeks, like this week, I was planning on just having it productive, auditions, because that's what I have a lot of going on. However, I think sometimes it's just important, like, your friends need you as well. That makes it sound like I'm such an in-demand friend, like all my friends need me, but like my friend did ask, and then like my other friend saw that I was out and was like, will you come back out again? So I might go meet up with another friend this evening. You shouldn't be shutting down your entire life to do acting and work stuff, even if you don't have that much work on, which I can often feel really bad about. And I can feel bad, like I feel like I would have felt bad if I had originally made the plans, because I felt like I had prioritized the auditions and I hadn't done as many other types of like non-acting job applications. So I really wanted to focus on doing that, but I did do some of that this morning. I did quite a bit of that, so I feel like I'm able to have that balance, and then I can always catch up at other times, because like it's really important in life that you spend time with people and you live, even if you don't have that much work on and you need to find the work. Like, if you are able to make time to see friends, I think you should probably do it. But then like I do feel like in my chest like a bit of a feeling of like, I have things that I should be doing, I should be applying for even more jobs, I should be applying more and more and working on the acting and working on this channel and doing this, and like obviously there's a battle inside going on. I'm being so dramatic, but like it is a feeling where I'm like, I feel like I should be doing this, but also like I have friends as well and I have family stuff that I should go do. So I think it's all about balance, and it's all confusing, but it's important like for your health as well that you see people. So it's Sunday, so it's time to end the video, have the big finale, big conclusions, and I feel like actually filming this video has made me think about a lot of different things, and it's a lot of different conversations that I have with my actor performer friends about balancing life, because you can sometimes feel like, oh, I shouldn't be going to all of these classes because I'm not earning this week, like smart financial decisions. However, when I am working, I'm working evenings and I'm working 6 days a week often, so then I can't go to the classes. I'm earning all this money, but I can't see my friends, I can't see my family as much, I like can't attend all of these other things that I do. How I try to keep everything in balance is I try to have like monthly goals, weekly goals, and say like, this is how many job applications ideally I should be doing. So I have a target, so then if I end up making impulsive plans, I'm then like, well, now I can catch up on this, and then like it motivates me to work harder and work longer on other days. But I don't know, I just try to work as hard as I can, but also like experience life and not put my whole life on pause because I feel like I'm not working enough. Like, we don't need to be punishing ourselves. So as always, if you have any thoughts or experiences related to any of the topics that I talk about in this video, then please do leave them in the comments, because I think it's just really important that we always talk honestly about the industry, because it is confusing, and a lot of the elements and like sort of complicating factors you do often feel like you're facing on your own, when realistically lots of us face the same issues at some point in life. So I think it's important to be honest about that, and it's just nice to be able to have a chat in the comments, really. So please do leave me a comment. If you feel like leaving me a comment, I would appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching and spending the week with me. Thank you. Bye.